welcome to part 5 of Mattel's Demolition Man toy line from 1993. Today we're going to look at the last 2 figures we have in the line, and that'll wrap it up. First we'll have the Cryo Claw Tech with Seize and Freeze action. Now, he's got a very elaborate setup here with all sorts of bending of plastic and stuff that's probably not going to be pleasant. I'm not sure what the whole idea is behind this. Looks like he certainly didn't have to chase down Spartan to like seize and freeze him. So it's got cryo claws and a giant hypodermic needle apparently. So here's the Cryo Claw Tech. So yeah, 3 times fast. He appears to be just a direct repaint of Flipshot from the New Adventures of He-Man. I don't have a actual Flipshot to compare him to in person. I don't want to get Flipshot. I think he's an ugly character that has carried over into this one as well. He's got these kind of ridiculous feet fins that don't make any sense. I don't know what this hair coming out of his crotch is from. I'll just pull that off. That can't have felt good. He's got the New Adventures crazy knees. But I believe even the head is just taken directly from Flipshot. His accessories are just kind of big messes of plastic. There's these 2 things that are the actual gripping claws for his cryo mechanism. There's this hunk of plastic, which is just the back mount part, and then there's the hypodermic needle, which probably to scale would have a bore on it like the size of your fist. So I don't think that's the kind of needle you want to get stuck with, really. But it doesn't have any bending or any features of its own, like the needle doesn't retract in or anything like that. It's just a solid molded chunk of gray plastic. So I'm kind of at a loss for words for this guy. You know, the assembly that goes on him is just enormous, and it just pegs into his back. It's operated by a lever here. So you can see it causes the claws to close and the needle to come down. So it would have to be a really tall guy to actually get stabbed by the needle, because it really, this thing. I mean, that's as far as it goes. Like, let's test it out with an unsuspecting Spartan here. I guess it kind of does get him in the head if you bend him over. But I mean, I think you've really just kind of killed the person here with a giant fractured skull. And lastly, we have Battle Hook Friendly with hook launching firepower. Now, Friendly is played by Dennis Leary in the movie, so I mean, they're not even remotely in the area of trying here. So he's got a grappling hook with an anchor on one side, and then he's also got what they're calling scrap armor, which looks like more parts of tires that you just kind of stick to him. A waist mace, which doesn't look like that at all. Here it's a bat with a nail through it. Oh well. So here's Friendly out of the package, rocking a lime green tank top with some like techno suspenders and all kinds of cybernetic junk all over him. It makes absolutely no sense for the character in the movie. Looks nothing like him, of course, and a lot of that is due to the fact that he's a completely retooled KO from New Adventures of He-Man. You can just see like all they've done is some paint swaps. I haven't taken him out yet. I'm going to do a review on him at some point, but he's just KO with a remolded arm and one piece, so he's got no action feature. But he does still have the thumb hold on his back for his action feature. Not a great likeness for Dennis Leary at all, and there's doesn't even have a beard or long hair or anything like the movie. This is just the saddest one. So here's his grappling hook. It's got a string coming out the back end that has this kind of anchor looking grappling hook deal on it, so you can fire it and retract it too, which is pretty cool. It's one of the better grappling hooks, I think. It only seems to want to lock in one direction though, so you just kind of gotta hope you get that one. Here's his waist mace, which is an extremely yellow piece of wood with a like railroad spike through it. I would not be surprised if this is from Last Action Hero as well. Scrap armor that looks like it has tire prints all over it. I do believe in the movie they wear armor made out of pretty much tires and kind of a Mad Max type fashion. So these are probably the most accurate thing about this figure. So we're all geared up. It just keeps getting better for this terrible character. Because of the angle of his arm and the length of the grappling hook, it can't sit anywhere but at an angle. It just butts up against his arm, so he's kind of stuck holding it sideways. They didn't mold any kind of holding ability in this hand, so he can't hold his other weapon. The armor he comes with just kind of tabs into existing slots on his body. They stay on surprisingly well, but you know, there's really not a whole lot he can do with this other permanently punching arm because of the restriction of this armor. He's an action figure with problems. And there we go, that's the last two figures in this line. Battle Hook Friendly and the Cryo Claw Technician. Definitely the worst ones I think that should be skipped if you're not looking to collect the whole line. I think they just wanted to hit that 8-figure quota, and they were like, you know, we've got these two other characters sitting around, so they're just bad. What more can you say? But since this is the last two, let's look at the whole line all together and we'll call Demolition Man wrapped up. So there you have it, the gang is all here. All 4 Spartans, 2 Phoenixes, and then the 2 randos they used to fill out the line. You can tell it's a kind of a mishmash toy line when you see them all together like this. Colors are kind of all over the place. It doesn't really fit the color palette of the movie, you know, with the kind of stark blacks and white. And like the thing that does the best job of that is the Bola Jet, which is arguably, you know, just a terrible toy to begin with. The stickers already coming off here. I think the standouts of this line are obviously the car, the 442 Fast Blast. It's just really great. It's the star of the line for sure. If I was to say what the core of this line, like the very best things to get would be the Baton Spartan and the Flamethrowing Snipes, I think are the 2 best characters. I picked him because of the, he looks a little bit more like he does in the early parts of the movie. And he comes with the ACMAG, which is actually, you know, a part of the movie, so it makes it a little more relevant. A runner-up, Stallone Spartan, would be the one in the white t-shirt, the Bazooka Blast or whatever. I can't keep the names of these guys straight. There's so many adjectives. But yeah, these 2 guys and the Fast Blast, I think, are all you need out of this line if you want like the very best, in my opinion. But thank you so much for sticking with me through Demolition Man. Not quite sure what I'm gonna do next. I think it's kind of a battle right now between Waterworld and something that's not movie related to do something different. I really appreciate all you guys' comments, and those of you who have subscribed, thank you very much. It means a lot to me. I just want to keep going and just having fun with this. So thanks for coming along for the ride. I'll see you soon in the next series.